Hello, good people. This is Sherry, owner and designer for Sharika Originals Handcrafted Gifts. I'm back again with another piece of my African print fabric that I brought back with me on my recent trip to Nigeria. So I'm going to show you the piece that we're going to be working with today. Isn't this beautiful? And I'm going to show you something quick and easy that you can do with this. This comes in a pack of 10 12 by 12 pieces of African print fabric, authentic African print fabric. So I'm just going to show you what you can do with this piece. All right, let's go. All right, this is what we have. I was chastised a little bit because I forget to tell people where to get the things that I use. So I'm going to try to be careful and remember. Okay, we're going to attach this fabric to a piece of thin leather. Now, I get these leather rolls from Hobby Lobby. So that's where you can get this thin leather from. Okay. I use white glue to attach it, and I buy it by the big bottle from Amazon, so I just put it in this easy little dispenser here. But this is just white glue. I use these little brushes from Dollar Tree to apply the glue to my material, which in this case is going to be the leather. I'm going to use these are shape templates that I create. I have a set of 10 different shapes of these shape templates. So I'm going to use this shape to make my earring. And let me show you the 10-piece set that I have. These they are actually clear, but they have this protective paper, clear paper over them. But here are 10 shapes. This is my large set. I have 4 different sets of these in different sizes and shapes, but this is our large 10-piece set. There will be a link in the description if you want to pick this up. Okay, because I'm cutting leather, I have a pair of good leather shears. I got these leather shears from Tandy Leather, and I think the price was really reasonable. They were about $4 or less, but they're a really good pair of shears for cutting leather. Also, I'm going to put my earring findings on, and I like to use these pendant clasp ear hooks because I don't have to use jump rings with them. So I always tend to use these when I can. And there is a link in the description. I get these from Amazon. Okay, what else do I need to tell you before we get going? Let me take out one more of these. Okay, and then I have my pliers that I use to put my earring findings on. I also have a little hole punch that I use. This is a really good hole punch. I use it for punching holes in my leather or my thick cardstock. These also you can get on Amazon, and there is a link. I have an Amazon store, and all the materials that I use that I get from Amazon are in that Amazon store. All right, I believe that we can get going now. All right, let me clear off my space a little bit. What I'm gonna do is just cut a little piece of this leather, just enough to make this pair of earrings, to make 2 of these. So going to cut a piece, little piece. Let's see. Yep, that's plenty. I just need a little tiny piece of this. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my white glue to the wrong side of the fabric, of the leather. Not the smooth side, but the rough side, the kind of suede side. So that's what we're gonna do here. Gonna get me a little bit more light Okay, I'm going to just apply some. Now, when you're using leather, you would apply a generous amount of your glue because it's going to be absorbed into the leather. So, all right, this is a good piece here. So now I'll just cut a little piece of my fabric to cover this leather. In fact, I think what I'll do is go ahead and put the leather on and then cut around it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just lay the leather here. Rub it so it could attach well. And then I'm just going to cut around this shape. I don't want to cut any more of my material than I have to. I love this stuff. I looked all over until I found exactly what I wanted when I was in Nigeria shopping for African print fabric. So here is my shape. Now all I need to do, oh, I forgot to tell you, a pen. You're going to need a pen because we are going to trace this shape. Now, if you want your piece in a particular place on your fabric, you could use the front and trace it, but I'm going to trace it on the back. But I'm going to probably, let's see here, could I do it this way? No, I want the stripes to go up and down. So yeah, I'm going to, let's see, maybe I'm going to put one piece like right there, and then the next piece I'm going to put over here somewhere. So now that I've made that decision, I'm going to go ahead and trace if you're a person like me who can't, I did these because I couldn't do irregular shapes with my free hand. So this was a great way to be able to get my shapes. Okay. Okay, that's where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna trace my shape, and now we can cut. I'll use my leather shears to cut this out, and then we'll be almost done. When I finish cutting these, that's the hardest part of this whole thing. So let's get to it. If you are new here and if you like what you see, I would love it if you would subscribe. I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and it is a journey, but I'm going to keep putting out videos until I get there. Okay, that's one. Yeah. So if you like this video, please subscribe. We have what we call a Tuesday live subscriber chat. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And we gather and we kind of do a show and tell. We show what we've been working on, and people can ask each other questions about what they did, how they made something. So we really share a lot of information that's going to help us in our business. And as much as we love doing this, most of us don't mind making a few dollars from it. So, all right, here we are. Can you believe that? We're almost done. Now all I need to do is center my, and this is where, you know what, let me go ahead and mark the hole punch area. I don't normally need this. I can do it pretty good, but I do need to get it centered. Need my hole to be centered on my material. So I'm just going to put a little dot right in there to let me know that is the center part. Okay, now I would, under normal circumstances, I would paint the back of this gold to match the front, or orange. You know, whatever color is going to match it. Okay, so I'm going to put my hole right here. And there it is. Okay. All right. The hole is punched, but I like to go through the front because the fabric may have pushed out the front. So, all right, I have my hole. Now all I need are my pendant clasp ear hooks, and I put the hook into the hole. I squeeze it with my finger, and then I get my pliers and I tighten it. And it's all done. All done. Can you believe that? One more. The fabric that I use for these earrings is a part of a 10-piece pack of 12 by 12 African print fabrics that we use for jewelry making. So I'm going to show you the patterns. There are 6 glam pieces and 4 regular Ankara pieces. Ankara is what people call African print fabric. Look at this. It's so beautiful. These are just fabulous. These are authentic African print fabrics that I brought with me from Nigeria. Here's what we have, and if you really want to make these babies pop, put some UV resin on them or 2-part resin. That's really going to make them pop and come alive. All right, good people, you know the drill. Please like, share, leave me a comment. This is Sherry saying, as always, be blessed.